Recently, Chase has come back out with their coveted bonus of being able to get 5% on gas purchases and on grocery purchases for the first year of having the card, up to $12,000 of spend. And this is an amazing deal that you can be able to get. That's added on top of what you're already getting with the sign-up bonus for the Chase Freedom cards of $200 when you spend $500, as well as the multipliers that each card already has. And this honestly makes this card for the first year the best card that is out there, in my opinion. If you haven't seen my video talking about the PenFed Credit Union credit card, I talked about how that one was possibly the best credit card out there for the big three spend of gas, grocery, and grub, as well as even in streaming purchases for that card. But this card is going to get you 5% on gas and grocery, as well as both Freedom cards get you 3 times on dining purchases. So this card is already way better, especially because the points are worth 1 cent per point at least. So I want to be able to dive more into the Freedom Flex and the Freedom Unlimited cards to see exactly how this is going to be so great, as well as kind of breaking down the offer to make sure that you know what these cards are going to be able to give you if you get this sign-up offer. So first things first, let's go to the website and be able to look at this offer, as well as looking at the Chase Freedom cards and breaking down each card. So as we scroll down, we can see that you can earn $200 after you spend $500 on purchases in the first 3 months from account opening. And this offer has always been out there for the Chase Freedom card. But what is the new offer that has come out ever so often and has come back now is the 5% cash back on combined gas station and grocery store purchases. So now you can earn 5% cash back on combined gas station and grocery store offer purchases. And this does not include Target or Walmart purchases, but you can get this on up to $12,000 of spend in the first year. So you can get 5% on those two spends in your first year, up to $12,000 of spend. So normally with like the Chase Freedom Flex card, you get up to $1,500 of spend per quarter. This is pretty much doubling it now, where you can be able to spend $3,000 per quarter in a way, so that you can be able to get 5% spend up to that point. And as well, this card also has the low intro APR of 0% for 15 months from account opening on purchases and balance transfers. So now what we want to do is look at the Freedom Unlimited and Freedom Flex cards, just so we can see what the multipliers were, just in case you forgot and didn't remember from watching all these Chase credit card videos out there that you probably have seen hundreds and thousands of, because it seems like we all talk about Chase cards. Both of these cards are pretty similar in the multipliers that they earn, and that is they both earn 5% on travel purchases through the Chase Ultimate Rewards portal. They both earn 3 times on dining at restaurants, including takeout and eligible delivery services. They both earn 3 times on drugstore purchases, and those are the similarities that they both have. The difference between the two now is that the Chase Freedom Unlimited earns 1.5 times on all other purchases, while the Chase Freedom Flex card has a quarterly 5% spend on up to $1,500 in combined purchases and bonus categories like gas stations, grocery stores, select online merchants, and you have to activate it each quarter, as well as this card gets you 1 times back on all other purchases. Then the question I had was, well, the Chase Freedom Flex card has those categories of gas station and grocery on a quarterly basis at times. So does that mean I'm going to get 5% on top of the 5% I'm already getting for a total of 10% now? Or is it only limited to 5% because I'm already getting 5%, so I'm not getting that additional benefit? So if we actually scroll back up to where that offer is for the 5%, and we click on the two stars right there, the asterisks or whatever you call it, where it says after the spend in the first year, it's going to break down to you like the detail offers and everything like that. So the fine print that you might miss if you don't read it. And we always want to make sure to read the fine print if we can. I know there's a lot of information that you may already know, that you don't care to know, or that's really boring, but you want to make sure that you read it if possible. So this is for the Chase Freedom Flex card that we want to look at, and that's what it says right there. So if we scroll down right here to where it says the 5% cash back at gas stations and grocery stores, excluding Walmart and Target, until the earlier of the end of your first 12 months or first $12,000 of spend. So right here afterwards, this is the part that we want to look at. So this will be a lot of details and information that we're reading. So if you just want to kind of fast forward it, you can. But this is the fine print right here, and I want to make sure that you understand it, that it's read clearly, so that you know how it actually works. So you'll earn 5% cash back rewards total for each dollar spent on purchases in gas station and grocery store categories. and like it said, excluding Target and Walmart, made within your first 12 months from account opening or until you reach $12,000 in combined gas station and grocery store purchases, whichever occurs first. So then this is kind of where it breaks it down. 4% additional cashback rewards on top of the 1% cashback rewards earned on each purchase. Please note, if gas stations or grocery store is a quarterly bonus category during your first 12 months, you can earn both this 5% new card member bonus and the 5% quarterly bonus offer simultaneously until you reach the spend cap for each. However, because both bonuses are earned as 4% additional cashback rewards on top of the 1% cashback rewards earned on each purchase, the most you will earn is 9% cashback rewards. So actually, how it is categorized is you're getting 4% additional cashback on those spend. So if you've ever looked at your quarterly categories, you'll see when Chase is breaking down the points that you get 1% unlimited always, and then it's adding the 4 additional percent back, 4 times back that you're earning in that category. So you're not getting 5%, you're getting the 1% plus the 4%. And that's what it's saying right here, where because you're only getting 4% added in per quarter, you're not gonna get 10%, you're only gonna get 9% because it's 1 plus 4 plus 4. So that is unfortunate that you're not actually getting 5%. You're actually getting 4% plus the 1% you would already get using that card. And then as well as we keep reading, 1% on every purchase plus 4% on gas stations or grocery stores through this new card member bonus plus 4% on gas stations through the quarterly bonus. The additional 4% cashback rewards will appear on your billing statement in a separate line from the base 1%. So, unfortunately, like we talked about, you're not going to get 10%, you're only getting 9%. But still, this is a great offer to be able to have, because if you have that category in that quarter, you're going to be able to get way more cash back in that spend, way more points back in that spend. So usually gas stations and grocery stores aren't in the same quarter, so that you can be able to get, like, for quarter 1 next year, 9% on gas purchases till you hit that $1,500 spend for the quarter. Then you go off of the $12,000 spend for the rest of that. And then for quarter 4, you might have grocery stores and you get the 9% in that quarter until you hit the $1,500 of spend for that quarterly category. So this is where it varies. And if you actually read the writing for the Chase Freedom Unlimited, it's saying that you get 3.5% added on to the 1.5%. So it's kind of in a way to just to say that they're giving you the catch-all category and giving you the unlimited category spend of the catch-all and just adding on top of it. So it's not like a separate thing. They're just adding the multiplier on top of the multiplier that you already have to justify you not getting 10%. So this is something that was unfortunate when I read it, that you're not going to get 10%, but 9% is still really good to be able to get. What do you think of the Chase Freedom sign-up bonus right here of being able to get 5 times back on gas station and grocery store purchases? Do you think this is a great add-on? Do you think this is not that great? Or maybe you prefer that one where you're getting the Chase Freedom Unlimited card and having it matched point for point. There's that offer as well where you're getting, instead of the multipliers we talked about, you're going to get 10 times on your travel purchases through the travel portal, 6 times on dining and drugstores, and 3 times on all other purchases. Though I believe this offer does not have the sign-up bonus with it, these 2 cards are definitely going to be the best credit cards if you get this offer for the big 3 spend of gas, grocery, and grub, especially for gas and grocery, getting 5% back on those 2 spend categories. And the dining one, the grub, is already an added bonus because these 2 cards already have the 3% on there. So definitely a great card to be able to have for the big 3 spend. And even streaming can be able to be added on there as well when the quarterly category hits. And if not, 1.5% on streaming isn't too bad as well if you're adding it with all the other spend categories. But if you like to sign up for the card, you can use my link down below to be able to do so, or you can be able to look for it yourself and find the credit card or use someone else's referral link. But it would definitely help support the channel if you could use the links down below. But like I said before in the past, not necessary. Use the ones that you want to be able to use. And thank you for watching, and if you haven't already, make sure to like and subscribe and hit that notification bell to stay up to date on all my content. Hope you all have a great day. Thanks.